Okay. Oh, hello, Mr. Mark. Oh, I need to turn off this. Here we go. Let's see what I got in my big box consoles. Oh, this is one I haven't molested yet. Stylus, like to see that. Oh, wow. Those are aggressively piss yellow screens. Well, that's fantastic. I have an ongoing experiment with these yellowed screen consoles. There's apparently a way to restore them, so to say. Chilling at work, waiting for clock in. Good times. For all intents and purposes, this is my job. Did I fully fix it? No. I pulled it apart, and all of its pieces are now spread out in various boxes. So individually, yes, it will probably be put into a full working console, but I didn't actually fix it on itself, because I want to pull all of these consoles completely apart to clean them. Usually what that ends up meaning is just taking them all down to their pieces and sorting them into piles and reassembling them from the piles. Especially when you got little issues here and there, like a screen needs a new digitizer or a top screen needs a new lens. Yeah, but the Mario edition isn't that unique to me. It's actually not that rare of an edition if from what I've been seeing from eBay. If anything, the rarest edition that I've seen aside from like very exclusive Japanese consoles. They have a few special editions over there. The metallic gold one. These are ones that are really hard to find in good shape. This is one that I actually have assembled. I need to put it through some further testing. But yeah, as far as the Mario Edition ones, I feel like I get those ones all the time. Here's ones right here I put together. This one also needs some further testing. And then I have a few empty Mario shells that aren't in the greatest of shape, but they'll work. Yeah, what more could you ask for? It was a good Nintendo Direct. But with these yellowed screens, I'm gonna take these out and put them in a... Oh yeah, it's a good time. I have a nice big box of DSi XLs right next to me. I probably have a good solid 30 consoles in there still that I haven't pulled apart. But like for this one has just yellowed screens, which I would never sell. But I am running an experiment to see if I can try and fix these yellowed screens. There are a couple methods I want to try. The shell itself, aside from this top piece, these are real deep scratches, is in very good shape. So what I can do is take the individual shell pieces that are in good shape, put a new top shell piece, put in some new screens, and this one can be sold. But as it is right now, I would say it's in an unsellable state. At least not for my standards. Especially a Japanese console. Then I also have a box of like, I probably have like 50 normal DSIs, but I personally like working on the XLs. Okay. Ooh, I shouldn't have had coffee this morning. Makes this work a little harder when I'm shaking. Okay, those are all the motherboard black. Okay, good pins. Charge port's fine. Buttons look alright. Alright, cool. Haven't really decided what I'm gonna do with all these Japanese boards yet. Ooh. I put the Wi-Fi card back with it. Wow, this thing is very clean. The buttons aren't roadied up. Considering how yellowed the screens are, it was probably played a few times, if even that, and then put in a box. From what I understand, these yellowed screens pop up from being stored in a humid environment and never being played. Oh, that one wants to hang on. Okay. Ooh. You stay right there. Oh, come on now. More persuasion. There we go. Took one apart yesterday that was really heavily rusted. That was a fun time. Ended up sending a Dremel drill bit right through the shell. That was an oops, but I don't know if I could have used that shell anyway. But I had two screws that were just completely rounded off. They were so rusted. Any semblance of a screw head was just dust. Oh, I already took that one out. Ooh. I need to grab the speaker. Okay, hinges out, so that. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Little metal ring is on the bottom shell. I want it on the top. Feed these ribbon cables right into the panel. Roll them up like a burrito. The speaker's unrouted. Huh. Now, I'm gonna put these in my ever-growing pile of yellowed screens. What I'm probably going to do is end up putting them in clean shells to run my experiment. Just so I know that they're in clean shells, and if for some miraculous case of them being completely resurrected, I can just pretty much sell them from there. I doubt it, but I don't think I can fully get rid of the yellow. I can probably make it playable, but never actually fully restored. I'll grab one I haven't thrown a battery into the test. Oh, there's a few of them down in here still. Ooh, two contendants. One has some fun notes on it. This one has a fun metal shell on it. I'm actually going to do this one first. I'll do the burgundy one later. It has like an aluminum shell. This is cool. This is the second aluminum shell that I've seen. Figure out how to take it off. Go from this side. Oh, this definitely won't be falling off on accident. Bottom shell came off easy. Ooh, the inside is like lined with felt. Well, that's really pleasant. Technically don't need to remove this top piece. Oh, there we go. Needed a guitar pick. Yeah, this is felt lined. This thing is cool. Huh, okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Despite it having a shell on it, this top piece is pretty scratched up. It looks like they're in good shape. It's got some pretty deep gouges on the top lens. Can't really see it, but that bothers me. Neato, okay. I already checked for presents. No presents. Uh, yeah, got a few more. Quartz silver. I know my little pill container screws is starting to overflow. That means I should probably start putting more consoles back together. Maybe tomorrow. That was convenient. Open the latch for the lower LCD backlight and the ribbon cable just pops right out. Alright, let's see what we got here. Good card slot pins. Charge port. Neat. Ooh. Hey now. Oh, hello. Wily little speaker girls. Eh, okay. Okay. Myself. Dough. And voila! This will need a new top screen lens, which I should be able to salvage off of a couple broken screens that I have. If not, I have new ones, which, much as I want to like them, they are unfortunately not the same as OEM, but that's the only way I can get parts. The only way I can get parts. I just have to live with it. Alright. This one. Completely shattered top and bottom screen. Exterior cleaning seems to operate. New battery needed. Salvage and test. Japan? Yeah, okay. Completely shattered top and bottom screen. Alright. Guessing that doesn't power on. Okay. Guess the new battery note was a good one. I don't know if it just needs a charging. I'm just going to test this before I throw a bad battery in my pile of assumed good batteries. Oh. Right. That's charging behavior of a battery not detected. Huh. Not really pillowed that much. But I need to put this, I'll put that right there. At least an assumed working battery. Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, that top screen's shattered. Yeah, you can kind of see the backlight bleeding through right here. Yeah, both these screens are toast. How on earth did that happen? Ooh, this one has a screen protector on it, so I can... Bottom screen, I might be able to reuse that digitizer. Fantastic. Oh, okay. So then this battery is probably toast. Right? Yeah. Let me just see if it's not just a charger issue. Ah, okay. So I do have a couple motherboards that display this symptom. They're not detecting the battery when I put in the charger. They turn on just fine. I've narrowed it down to a couple components that I need to try swapping between good and bad boards to see what the problem actually is. I haven't quite gotten to that stage. Right now I'm more working with good motherboards, good screens, good components, throwing those all together. And then once I start whittling that pile down, I can start working on boards that aren't so easy. Ones that need new charge ports or some that need just general servicing, new pins in the card slot, stuff of that nature. Get this bad boy apart. I didn't really look at the shell. Not the greatest shape. It'll clean up pretty good. Like there was a sticker here at one point. You can see its outline, which fortunately that's on the shell piece that's most likely to break. Or when the hinges break on these systems, it's that shell piece that's always affected. Meaning that I end up having a lot of spares of the other shell pieces that I just really can't do anything with. So I don't know, I might just... I have a box of shell pieces that are in cosmetically rough shape, but are still in functional working order that I could probably chuck that into. Yeah, all looks good otherwise. Like it was opened at one point. Just judging by the marks on the screws. Be them overly tightened or them using a wrong bit. Or just aware of opening them. Ooh, I see a touch of rust right up here. Yummy. Water damage indicator is tripped on the motherboard. I don't really see any water damage per se. Get all the screens off just to see what's going on. Can't really do anything with the screens, so if they're rusted, who cares? Wi-Fi board's not rusted. That's a good sign. Well, the console did attempt to boot. I don't know how far it got. Yeah, well, this looks like a whittle bit of rust right up there near the LEDs. I'll wipe off. Didn't look like it got too far. So, does that... Yeah, it probably got in there, and I know it'll eat away at the spring. I have a couple pretty rusted springs for the shoulder buttons. Yeah, the rest didn't get to the screen. One's toast. Might be able to use the digitizer, though. I guess I don't really feel bad about not using this shell. Very porous plastic. It's gonna be very hard to get that rust off, or it is hard to get rust off. Holy cow, where'd that screw cover go? Blinked and it disappeared. I'll turn up later. Oh, come on. Ooh, green stuck to the back foam just a bit. There we go. Oh, there you go. Oh, didn't get that all the way. There we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Go to the bottom. Okay. That. Either way, it busted on both of them. Just so I remember that these things are toast and I'm not gonna try and use them and wonder what the heck is wrong. Well, okay. There we go. Now I usually scrutinize these screens off screen, but I see no harm in doing that right now. I'm gonna grab a new paper towel. That one has a lot of garbage on it. This is the burgundy console I just pulled apart. I will use this as my test bench. So that one has the bad contacts. I'm gonna spin up my soldering iron to get those speakers off. This one is busted, but might have a good digitizer. I'm gonna hang on to that. And this one came from a rusted system. I don't know its condition, but I'm guessing I probably won't end up using it. I can probably clean it. The rust isn't that bad. Especially if it boots and it looks okay. I might attempt to try and get as much of that rust off of it as I can. Contacts on it don't look that good. Ooh, that one might have a same issue as that top screen, just bad contacts. Really, that doesn't really hurt my feelings too much. Bottom screens are kind of a dime a dozen. Oh, I might be able to use that. But that might not pose me any issues. See the corrosion on it. No. Looks like right there. Nice break. Well, only really one way to know for certain. But that looks like a good break. Oh. It's still testing for continuity, so I guess there's maybe a little more corrosion on it. Hiding the golden copper contacts. Not sure, but don't know until you try. Need to get some water on my sponge. Solder iron. Okay, I'll do that in a second. Let me get these stickers off. Alright. Those have been taken off. I'll add this to a pile, see if these top screen lenses can be recycled, because other than that, the LCD is useless to me. Not worth trying to fix them. Or whatever is wrong with them. This one's busted, but that over there. This is the rusty one I don't know the condition of, because that rusty console wasn't booting for very obvious reasons. That board was in really rough shape. Grab this top screen. Now just kind of get all these consoles. I'll use this. I won't use that aftermarket battery. Trust it. Turn these consoles on and just look at them. Yeah, that bottom screen's gone. The water damage is just too much on it. What I'm mainly looking for is refracting light from scratches, dead pixels, or portions of the display that have dust, or something that's preventing light from going through. This top display looks good. I'm thinking I'm just going to trash this bottom one. This is a good top screen for a burgundy console. I love it, love it. Add it to my pile of good screens. I'm not going to test digitizers because they usually almost always work. I'm usually looking for, like, if they're in cosmetically bad shape. So yeah, I'm just going to label this one as rust and ditch it. And before I do that, I'm going to name this little bezel. Try to take off. No breaking it. See a burgundy one. There we go. And I like to just take the little piece of adhesive on it so it doesn't cause trouble in my bag. I have these in. And then, what I really like about these bottom screens is that these bezels are very easy to change. Oh, there we go. Just a piece of double-sided tape, rectangular double-sided tape, which I'm glad I'm not using because these things would be kind of a pain to line up. So I like the bottom screen because right now this bottom screen is agnostic. I could put it in any console I want. The only thing that would make it a burgundy bottom screen is just this little plastic bezel. The top screens, however, aren't like that because the bezel is built into the top screen lens. So when I have to replace top screen lenses, I have to get the same color. Unfortunately, doesn't work out in every case. I think it might be this one where I bought an aftermarket top screen lens for what I assumed was the bronzed console, but this top screen lens is black, which there aren't any black DSi XLs. So I don't know why somebody made it black, but unless it's for like a custom shell that I'm not aware of, but I would think the demand for a custom shell versus one of the standard release colors, I don't know. little frustrating when I put that on, but I'll try and sell it, see if anybody doesn't care as much as I do. Really stop noticing it once you start playing. It's not sore thumb, but if you're used to the OEM bronze, it's a little jarring to look at. Okay, here's another bottom screen. This is the burgundy one from that console. Needs a new digitizer. I would say a lot of the times it's just a purely aesthetic choice, but got some good, you can see them good deep scratches on it. Yeah, at this point, it's just cosmetic. Not even whether or not it works, whether or not it looks good. Again, digitizers are a dime a dozen. Get a ton of them for cheap. The displays that you can't. Right. Now this top screen has some good gouges in it. You won't be able to. I doubt that will ever come through, but other than that, both screens look good. So put them in my pile of needs new digitizer, needs new top lens. Again, for my digitizer pile, all I need is these little borders. I already have a bunch of bottom screens ready with digitizers on them. Top screens, however, will take more work. I'll have to scavenge good lenses for them. I have 2 good bottom screens. 3 good bottom screens. This one was very intentionally scratched. Be it a angry sibling or whomever. Yeah, there's some nice deep scratches right there. And yeah, you're gonna easily see that through when the console's on. At least I will. Yeah, both displays look good though. I have no complaints. Really, at this point, if I know the digitizer and the lens are needing to be replaced, I'm more just looking for yellowness next. Okay, here's another bottom top screen combo. I think these burgundy ones that are coming up next are my yellowed ones. Or my obnoxiously yellowed ones that I'll put in my experimental pile. Oh, I don't need to put in the digitizer. This bottom screen just has a lot of micro scratches on it. Yeah, you can kind of see that. And again, that's just probably works just fine. It had a lot of love on it, I would bet. A lot of good gaming sessions on it. But it's just not something I would resell. Ooh, that's a really cool top screen. Cool as in color temperature. And I would say that's really good. Yeah, that's an interesting combo. That's not going to come through because these color variations are about damn near impossible to catch on a camera that I'm not like specifically changing settings for, but this top screen is very cool while this bottom screen's a lot warmer. That's one of my many challenges when it comes to matching these screens. They all are just a little different. Top screen's good, bottom screen needs a new digitizer. I love adding top screens to my good pile. That means I get that's one more console I can put together. And after spending the amount of money I did on junk consoles, every little bit is good. Ooh, you stay over there, you microphone. Oh, no, oh no, oh no. Speaker is attached to my bottom screen. Okay. This is the one that are obnoxiously yellowed. I'm not too concerned about the lens or the digitizer on these yellowed ones, as I'm going to be running an experiment on them that I've been kicking down the road until I sort of go through all of these consoles. And I need to actually formulate an experiment for them. How I'm going to test them, how I'm going to measure them. Which comes with the problem of finding a way of capturing or objectively measuring the yellowness of a screen. This is probably one of the worst ones I've seen. Oh. Oh, I already put the yellowed ones in the yellowed pile. Okay. I'm like, wow. These look surprisingly good. They're not supposed to look good. But those piss yellow ones were bad. I Ooh, and this bottom screen has a touch screen on it. This is a good set. Very good set. Okay. This is one I could pop into a new console right now. It even has a screen protector on it that's in good shape, so this is even an OEM digitizer, so unless they've made aftermarket digitizers with these different colored connectors, I don't really have a good comparison, but the aftermarket digitizer connectors aren't clear. They're yellow like the other ribbon cables. At least the ones that I've come across. That's fantastic. A top and bottom screen combo. I can go straight into a burgundy console. I love it. Okay, this green one was one I pulled apart recently. I did just put a new I swapped over a digitizer. I wanted to see if this digitizer was in good shape. I didn't get any dust underneath it. Because as much as I don't like to say, replacing digitizer and top screen lenses is the most difficult portion of repair. For a lot of first-time reshellers, it's feeding the top screen ribbon cable through the hinge. For me, it's replacing these lenses and digitizers. Never a speck of dust always finds its way in. Houdini's its way through somehow, some way. And this one, I think I took the adhesive off. I'll have to, if I do end up keeping that, I'll just put a piece of double-sided tape on it. Alright. And it looks like I did a good job. And it looks like these are both two good screens. Cool. I haven't put together a green one yet. The only problem with the green one is they are PAL region. They're PAL region exclusive consoles. And Nintendo likes to make things different or difficult by putting region locks on some of these consoles. I'll just keep this bezel with it. I'll attach it later. I have to line it up with a shell piece. Or I have to put double-sided tape on it. On that bezel piece, I have to slot it into a bottom shell piece, and then I lower the screen into it and just sort of press around it. How I line it up, and I just don't have that shell piece at my disposal. Okay, I have 3 touch screens I want to look at. Means I don't have a top screen. I need to grab one back from my pile. Okay, this is the burgundy one that's all scratched up. It boots, that's all I need it to do. Bronze one. It looks like I have like a little mild amount of yellowing on the top portion of this screen. Might just be, again, it's so subjective that could be my eyes. Just interpreting a warmer screen color as yellowing. So I think for now, look at it. It might be in good enough shape for me to put in a keep pile, actually. Give it a really good wipe down. Need to angle my camera down a little more. Or move a little closer. Now I'm just seeing, is this digitizer scratched up to the point to where I would replace it? There's a pretty good scratch right there, but not that deep. It's really hard to say. Not the worst shape I've seen. I am kind of worried about whether or not the digitizer actually works in that spot. Should. The stylus is catching. Like, really, it's right there, this kind of scratch. It's not that deep, but right at those white points, there's some pretty good catches. So I'm going to say that needs a new digitizer. If I can feel it rubbing a stylus across it, it needs to go away. Okay, another bottom screen. Blue. Needs a new digitizer. Yeah, get too far without a battery. Yeah, that one's fine. Again, just looking for condition of the LCD since I know I need to swap the digitizer. Oh, my pile of needing new digitizers is getting high. Another blue one? Autumn screen looks to be in great shape. Love it. Might be a keeper. Yep. I have no problem with this bottom screen. Neat. Bottom screen will go in the good pile. Ooh, put the motherboard with this shell, because when I put these in my database, I need to record which ones are from which regions, as there are no apparent marks on the motherboard themselves that tell me which region these consoles are from. The only way I can tell is from the shell. It's the only way I can tell what region they're from. Okay, I need to clean up here, but I think I'm gonna call it good. Me cleaning up isn't all that interesting, it's just me putting stuff in different boxes. So I shall call that good.